checking. Property default. Hello, hello. Okay, looks like I got some sound on my end. Let's throw screen up.
Screen is black.
Okay, and the screen should be up and going. So, technical difficulties at the beginning. That's the joys of live streams. Thank you to everyone who came back. We got some people back, but we're still missing some people. Hopefully they come and see. So I couldn't run Tabletop Simulator and do the OBS, and we were gonna get Alex to do OBS, but I don't remember my password for Restream, so it was just a big mess. But today we are talking about the Versus deck. So these are the two-player subkits that are going to be showing up when second edition launches. Steve has no idea what's in these decks.
None at all.
Steve, I want to first start, before we jump into the decks, we already know it's Raha versus Idris. What are maybe list me like a few cards that you really, really wish were in here. What are some of your predictions?
Well, let's see. I think, is Bolt Shot still rare? If Bolt Shot's still rare, Bolt Shot would probably be a good use in here for the Bellum side. Dedicated studies for Axon. Nothing really specific, just some, Angels for this is too heavy. It's not good for a Raha deck, really. Just some good defense and some good damage that doesn't rely on the aura. Summons with this character, yeah, some summons would be good to help a little bit of board presence and turn economy. I don't have any specifics, unfortunately.
Oh, the background music's still super loud. Alex, anything you want to ask Steve before we jump into this?
Not particularly, but we got the Raha side. What do you think would be in an Idris deck? You can just give it 2.
Idris needs Meteor.
Meteor.
Yeah, just for the fun of it. I think Oten would be a good defense card, but might be a little expensive for the energy cost. A Baruch would be awesome. Maybe 2 of them. I'm also not quite sure what rarities are what, or what even is going to be in second edition. So
it's true.
Yeah.
Though Baruch is sort of a safe bet.
What gives you that impression?
I don't know. It could be I think I might have my bases covered. So.
Yeah, I will say, like, the one thing that was very interesting for me and exciting when designing these is this is the first time where I was finally comfortable putting a rare into the deck. So I will say there are rares in these decks. So with no further ado, do you want to jump into it? Start shuffling.
All right.
See who goes first.
Let's roll. See who goes
I'm going to
first.
throw up a 3D mock of this is how the starter kit's going to look. I showed you the physical one when
10 versus 10.
I think last week or the week before, but I love this image. I think it's a really cool depiction of how it looks.
Oh, I have the dice that always do 10s. As Raha, I think going second is probably a better shot with not knowing anything about my deck.
That's fair. All right.
Okay, shuffling. Also apparently rolling. You guys go over there.
For people who are watching, what are some of the things you want to see show up in the deck? So what are some of your predictions?
Now, Steve, I'm not here to mess around. I'm here to show off the deck.
Okay.
So I'm going to start off with a light list.
Okay. I see. Well.
Here's a by who. 2.
By who?
And then we're going to fireball you for 2.
Well, it's going to be an interesting day here. Okay, well, I think I'm going to move forward. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to drop a Galarian Hound for 9.
I feel
Right
like
there.
my beast is a bit more houndier than yours.
It is a bit more houndier than mine. So just to balance dogs with cats, let's put an Androthera out. It's for 7.
Said, remind me not to stop moving the screen so much. So when I'm trying to scroll on my secondary page and it keeps moving the main page, I'm like, ah.
And I think I am going to do 2 attack on Lightless,
All right. So
which
take 1.
it only takes 1.
Ready? Next round.
Next round, drawing a card. Interesting.
All right, we're just gonna take out this hound. Swinging for 6.
Swinging for 6. Well, that means the hound is a good bye-bye. Didn't even get a chance to bark. Okay, I'm going to move. Well, can't use this, so I think I'm going to I'll hit him for 2 again.
Down to 4.
Yep.
All right, I'm going to start by moving up 1.
Mm-hmm.
Oof. You know what? No need to play it nice. We're gonna play our board down. We're gonna play a Forked Lightning.
Interesting.
Free to here and here and here.
Oh, the poor cat. Okay, so I'm taking 3 damage, and the cat is dying. Poor cat.
I will then play a Galad Baboon.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I'll fireball you for 2.
I take 2. I did not add that sound effect to the table.
Sorry, that was my phone.
It's okay.
Did note a flaw with my baboon placement, but I can't attack with both my Baihu and my baboon.
Nope.
Oh no.
Sadness. We're gonna go here and we're gonna attack you for 3.
Okay. In response, I am going to Hurricane Sweep.
Well played.
10 plus 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, 3 of these because I have resistance.
And it's gonna go down to 2.
So he drops to 2. Yeah. You take 2 damage, and
I took 3 damage. But
you
yes.
took 3 damage. Go ahead.
And then the Baihu's gonna come in and swing for 2.
I think I'm going to Hurricane Sweep.
Oh, how nice of you. I feel like I got played
1,
that round.
2,
I don't know how.
3.
But somehow I feel
I
like
don't know. It cost me a lot of cards, but
all right, next round.
next round. Of course, I'm not in the best of positions.
All right. I think I'm just gonna fireball you this turn.
Take a 2. Okay. I'm going to Turn. No, I'm not going to turn. Turning is silly.
Turning is silly.
I'm going to shift, or move. Going to hit you with a left hook.
My down to 18.
And I'm going to hit you for 2 ranged.
Down to 16. Next round.
Next round.
I'm going to turn.
Good plan.
I'm going to play a tarantula. Going to fireball you for 2.
Down to 2. Okay. I am going to step back. Cattail Tiger.
Ooh.
Cost me 8. And I'm going to poke you for 2.
I'm going to end the turn. I'm going to Shadow Claw the tiger.
I mean, you could.
I'll still be alive. He's got 1 life.
Yeah. But is it a life worth living?
That's a different story. All right. Next round.
Next round.
Alrighty. I'm starting to get low on aura. Not digging that. I am going to heavy attack. Tiger. For 1.
Okay. In response, the cat can't do anything about it because it's very slow for a cat.
Very slow cat.
It is a cat. Goodbye, cat. It was not a life worth living. Okay, my go. Tarantula's 4 hit points. Nice. I'm going to move forward. And I'm going to do, you're at 14. Yeah, I'm going to poke you for 2.
1 to 12. Spider's going to go. It's going to hit you for 3. Time to, anyways.
I made a mistake.
Oh,
Yeah, I didn't see the range on the spider.
the spooter.
That's a shame. And it's sort of a waste to use this to save my hit points. But I think I'm going to do it at home. What am I at? 11? Yeah. This is going to be the most aura anyone's ever spent on a spider. Thunderstruck.
Yep.
On the spider.
Yep. That'll get a spooter.
Yep.
You've killed my spooter. How rude.
My hit points have become a little too precious. Okay, next round.
Next round. Ugh. These are rough right now. Just going to take a step back and fireball you for 2.
Okay. I am going to you could do that 5 more times.
Yeah,
That would-
exactly enough.
Yeah, so I've got to start chipping away at you. Let's put this guy down. Discarding Hurricane Kick. Then I'm going to Mystical Spear you for 3.
3.
And I'm going to use the energy cost instead of the aura cost. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Seems some good cards in there.
It's unfortunate. Yes, I'm taking 3.
and then I'm
Did not
gonna
like that.
ping you for 2.
Yeah, going to 7. I'm going to rampage toss that canvas within a turn.
Okay. Right into my graveyard or my memories.
Next round.
Sorry. Next round, drawing a card.
That's a card.
Is it worth it?
It's
It's a make or break at this point. Well, so technically play 2 of these. That's what I'm going to do. It's the exact same amount of aura. By who? I want to give you that value AoE damage. You know what? You're right, Sid. It is worth it. Go and fireball this. Heavy attack 1.
oh no.
Smashing with the staff.
Okay. That you go, or are you gonna punch?
That's my turn. I punch
Do you
you for
want-
1.
You're
what I'm
punching
doing.
me for 1.
Yeah.
Eight. Okay, let's see what I can do. It all depends on this working, sadly. Chain lightning.
Targets.
3. Target. Hold on. Target 1.
Yeah.
Target 2. Me. Target 3. Target 4. Me. Or
There's only
target.
3. There's only 3
target 3.
targets.
I was-
am
Sorry, I had the head in my mind, or the healer
I'm also
in my mind.
very confused why you're targeting yourself right now.
Because you might be able to eliminate one of your summons. You can't eliminate me out of the list.
I see. Smart place.
So I'm trying to
Got it.
remove.
All right, you got it. So
So I
Wait,
take 2 and you take
3,
4.
2, 1.
Nope. 3, 2. No. 3,
3,
2.
2, 1.
one.
Okay, 4 for me. Got
Yeah.
it. 3, 4.
I just want to answer something Darren's asking in the chat. How does the versus work different than standard? So it's just what we're calling this product. It's the 2-player versus kit. It gives you both decks that you just start playing with right out the box. 2 50-card decks. It's just the name of the product. But once you get it, you're playing standard Genesis afterwards.
Yeah. And I am going to spend my last 10 aura and 3 cards on a hurricane sweep.
You got me.
Ooh.
Whoops.
Good game. Good game.
Thank you. 2.
That was
3.
pretty tight.
Yeah.
Good game.
All
What
right.
interest go in the deck?
So,
Might have been the way you made the deck.
after your first match now, what were some of the things that you were kind of surprised to see in the deck?
I was actually kind of surprised about the Cabas. Let me do a search of my memories here.
So you can
Hurricane sweeps makes good, yeah, because my memory sucks. Chain lightning, definitely a power card if you get into a good position. It's also easy to counter multiple ways, so I think it's a pretty good addition there. Mystical Spear, let's see. Actually, I see a Walls of Vadis in there. That is. And kind of a shame I didn't get a chance to use it. Power Punch is kind of surprising to me. Only because, let's see. I like when, yeah, the Power Punch is surprising to me because it's an extra attack, but you would have had to use an attack ability beforehand. So you're depending on the hurricane sweeps at the very least. You also have a couple smaller ones. So I see those now. Yeah, not bad.
Yeah.
The Cattail Tiger feels slow
Mhm.
compared to the rest of the deck. The Cattail Tiger actually feels, because it's action speed, it's a hefty. Well, it was hefty till you whittle it down. It does feel a little slow compared to the rest of your stuff, which feels a lot faster.
Mhm.
But because like the Edrothea has a swift attack, all the other creatures that I've seen have swift attacks. Yeah, the Hound. I got to play a hound. Just
Nice.
think it didn't exist until 2 months ago. It did exist. It was, for some reason, it wasn't on the deck builder.
Oh.
Yeah. And I found it, I put it back on, and no one was the wiser. Yeah, there we go.
All right. Well.
But yeah, this was good. I liked this. This didn't feel like I was underpowered.
Nice. Well, we got time for another game if you want to do another.
Let's
match.
go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alex is all set up. He's like.
I gotta redeem my honor.
You do. You do.
There's still a good
I'm gonna go
chance of
second.
decks that we
You're going
didn't do
second.
either.
Second.
Okay. Oh yes, I didn't see those. That's a different game
boy.
right there.
Oh boy, I don't like to hear that.
Okay.
So I'm gonna let people know, for those who are tuning in and looking at picking up this product, there's a lot of value in these decks. I think we talked. There's Combust that's gonna be here, and we'll be talking about this in more in detail, I think, next week. But yeah, Combust is getting dropped down to uncommon in second edition, which should change deck design quite a bit.
Mhm.
And I'm excited to have them show up in starter kits, because it really will make them more accessible to the community.
Okay. I am going to not as aggressive at the moment. Gonna move forward one. Gonna drop a wall in front of me. Wall of Addis.
Mm.
And I think that's my turn.
It's a nice wall you got there.
It is a nice wall.
It'd be sad if somebody just moved to the right and fireballed you.
Fair.
Next round.
Why not? Oh dear. Should have put it up there. Okay. I'm coming in.
Yeah,
You-
it's
you
interesting
have-
that you placed it so close to yourself.
Well, I think the light list from the last game frightened me. So I was sort of putting a bit of a defense immediately in.
Fair enough.
I move, and that's my turn, because you're not quite close enough to get shot.
This is the next one. I'm not excited. Okay, move on up. Playing Baboon.
Hello, baboon.
And fireball you for 2.
I take 2.
I will then go to the Baboon, and
Yep.
he will attack for 3.
That is awesome. I think I'm going to Hurricane Sweep.
But your wall. Think
My
of your
wall-
poor defenseless wall.
It's a tough wall. It can handle it. And 3 of these. 1, 2, 3.
Next round.
And the wall is down to 5. Next round.
So in the chat, Darren's asking how much it will cost for the versus deck. I just said, best to ask your local game store and make sure that they pre-order you some. So now the comment came in. Hey, Alex.
You may want to contact your local game store.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure this is a pretty open statement. You can say if I'm wrong, Sid. We don't dictate the prices of the products that the stores sell them.
Mhm, that's
Right?
correct. That's correct.
Yeah. So that's the answer there, and why we can't answer that for you.
Because every store has their own criteria on what they need for a product to be successful. And so the big thing is that we don't want the stores to be undercutting each other. And if you see that happening in your community, let that be known. But as long as they're playing fair with each other, then we just want each store to succeed.
What you got for me, Steve?
Well, I'm trying to figure out how much damage I want to do to you quickly.
Ah,
Oh, I'm gonna get the PK.
Well, let's pick at you with a wind slash.
right. 23.
And that's how many cards? 2. So only 1 for me. Oh, what a loss. Okay, damn it. And then I'm going to shoot you for 2.
All right, going to 21.
And you go.
All right, I'm gonna move to the right. How do you feel about Baboon?
Not
How
great,
do I
it
feel?
feels.
I don't. Yeah, not too great.
Oh, that's crazy. Okay, I'll play a Baihu as well. So
Hmm.
I'll change it up a little bit. Don't want you
Yeah.
to get too used to baboons.
It's fair. It's
And then I'll
fair.
fireball you.
And you're gonna fireball me? Okay.
Yeah.
I get it. Okay. End of your round. Thunderstruck.
On
So that's how I feel about the
on the baboon.
Yes.
Why won't you let my baboon love you?
I will not let a baboon have its way with me.
All right, next round.
Next round. Ooh, hello. Okay. Well, it's getting a little expensive here. I think oh, that cat. That cat. I'm gonna stay where I am. Gonna drop an Androthera behind me. Androthera? Androthera. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'm gonna shoot the Baihu for 2.
All right. Bye bye bye.
Bye bye Baihu. Copyright. Sorry. And you go.
Yes. Androthera. Triple accent in the backson. Let's go move over one. We're just gonna fireball you.
I am fireballed. Okay. Next round.
Next round.
Okay. I'm going to move forward. I am going to quit shot you for 1.
We'll take one. Going to 20.
3. Then I'm going to play a card I've never played before. I'm going to power punch you for 3.
I am going to. Oh,
And you...
Does it resolve? Sorry.
Yes, it resolves. Goodbye, power punch. And then I'm just going to shoot you for 2. Because
I'm
you
taking
didn't quite move out of range.
That is true.
Your go.
All right. I'm going to take a step to the left. As I can.
It's just a foot to the right. Wish I had that song in my head.
You can double move here. A Pion 1 nod.
Oh, he has decay.
He does.
He said to use the decay counter.
I am. I mean, there's other ones if you wish. But we'll start with the nice light decay counter.
You know what? We're just going to fireball your Androtha. Let's just get it out of the way.
Bye, Kitty.
Now. I'm going to do it at some point. Might as well do it now.
Yeah.
All right. Next round.
Next round. That
Oh,
was
oh.
You are connecting. Okay, I'm not touching anything. If I disconnect, this will be a save. Oh, I can't save this because I don't have permission. I'm disconnected. So
All right.
you should have it auto saved when you log in. Because I think there was just enough time.
All right, while we're trying to get that back up and going, I'm gonna show people. If you want to see the card list for this, the card list is live on the website already. So if you go to the Genesis website, go to products, go to sets, And then down here, you should be able to check out second edition.
I
So,
did not know that.
On the website, we have the breakdown of what the set's going to look like, how often you're going to get an epic, how often you get a foil. And if you notice that the epic replaces an uncommon, the foil replaces a common, which means if you get a lucky pack, you'll actually get both an epic and a foil. And then right underneath that, you have the Idris versus Raha 2-player starter set, and the entire card list is there. So if you want to dig down deeper into what's in the card list, some of the things to be excited about, there are 2 Kabusses in the Raha deck, and just to show some spoilers, we do have in the Raha deck will be an Angel and a Bolt Shot, and in the Idris deck you're getting Lightless and you're getting Demon's Rage. So those are your rares in each deck. The decks, as you saw playing against each other, they're pretty well weighted. What was your feel about them, Steve? I mean, I already loaded that, but
Yeah. Well, now that I know there's an Angel in there, woot. And also it felt like feeling it. The first game felt very balanced. This one does not feel bad at all. Like, oh, hold on. I'm logging back in. It does seem, it feels like a pretty good back and forth so far.
We've gone a bit back in time, Steve.
Okay. Yes,
I'll also let people know if you're on the website and looking at the deck and you click on one of the cards, it should take you to the second edition version of that card. So if you click on Bust, you'll see that it says uncommon there. So you can actually see, if there's a card with multiple artwork, which artwork did we pick, all those other little spoilers. So I'll leave it to people to have some fun. Go check that out. Is the game back and going?
The game is back and going. We're a bit behind time.
So let's last time on Genesis Battle of Champions, I believe I had an Androthera. I believe I
You put it here.
Yep.
You move. You kill this.
2, 3. You know what? I think our aura, did our aura go back in time as well?
Yes. Yeah. Everything would have gone back in time.
5, 6, 7. Okay. Then I pinged the Baihu, and I believe you moved there.
I move here. Then we go to the next turn where we both draw.
I think you also shot. Did you shoot me or did you shoot the?
No, Androthera hasn't been shot yet.
So you shot me
this
that
turn.
turn.
This turn you shoot me. Did you come here and shoot me? You turn.
No. I'm
gonna Oten.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
then
I
Came forward, played quick shot and power punch.
Oh
You
yes, quick
opened
shot
the
punch. Yeah.
power
quick
punch.
shotted.
Yeah. And then power punch. I Oten 6 cards.
Which
One,
power punch isn't in my hand.
3. What?
Interesting.
Did you draw? Did you draw
I
for this turn?
There it
There
is.
you go.
Okay.
6.
Power punch. You moved.
I Oten, so you're right here right now.
Yep.
Then you shoot me for 2. Coop, down to 18.
Yep.
I get, now it is my turn. I move over 1. I drop a Pion 1 day, and I fireball the end of there.
Yes.
1, 2, 3.
And then it's the next round.
2, 15.
It is the next round because I don't recognize this card.
Well, did
Oh.
you pay the cost for the power punch and the quick shot?
Power punch was. Okay, hold on. Boom. You're right. So that would be for the power or the quick shot. And the power punch was a 1 for me. So that'd be that one. So then this would be my next card. I don't like it, but I also don't recognize it. So I don't think I got a chance to draw. So I'll keep this card. Okay. This is the next round, correct?
This is the next round, but I want to answer Darren's question. Darren says
Okay.
there's someone outside. I hear a bird. No, that's just Sid. He likes to make bird chirping noises.
Yeah.
Alternate reason, my window's open and I'm close to it. So there's a chance you're hearing birds in the outside. We have a
bird
lot.
waiting outside.
There's
right
one
at the
bird.
window.
Yeah.
Chirping loudly. I know you're streaming in there. Chirp, 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 chirp.
So Pyronwald will be at 5 hit points, correct?
Yes, because he's going to decay. He lost his decay marker, which means he doesn't have decay anymore.
No, he has
Oh,
decay.
He's getting it back again.
Still has
All right.
decay. Okay. Okay, Decay. So I'm going to move. I'm going to Bolt Shot.
Yeah, I gotta. You spoiled that for me. You threw it onto the table randomly when we started.
Yeah, I did.
I'm taking for 1, 2, 3,
And then I'm going
4.
to area range attack to hit both him and you for
Oh.
1.
It's funny. So most of the time, the area range attack isn't that relevant, but we've been doing a lot of the Meta Monday testing stuff, and there's just matchups where we go, oh, this deck's facing Raha, it loses.
Wow.
Because swarm decks are great until you have a way to take care of swarms.
All right. Just taking a moment here.
I appear to be bigger than you, so I'm going to bring you up to my level.
How am I
Just a
doing
little bit.
right here? Yeah. Okay. We're gonna flame jet you. 2 damage. Coming in.
I can't Oten because I'm not in that color. Okay, I take 2 damage. Boom, boom.
I'm gonna apply another flame jet.
Night Angel says, "Thank you for bringing back the original Demon Rage art. You're welcome." The decks I'm playing on tabletop were just the versions that were there, but we'll eventually. I don't know. We don't need to update the stuff on tabletop with second edition artwork, do we?
Not yet at all.
I
It's up.
don't
That'll
think
be up to
so.
you.
You just swifted me for 1.
I'm swifting you for 1 before the flame jet hits me for 2.
Okay.
'Cause I feel
we're
like I
gonna-
need to get into this.
We're gonna do a shadow claw.
Ooh, I'm getting scratched here. How's your deck going? Your deck's not bad, actually. It's disappointing. So I've taken 3.
We're gonna rampage toss you.
Should have stayed behind my wall.
Yeah. The many flavors of Idris. This is
Yeah.
this is the fighter Idris deck.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna punch you for 1 before I go flying. Gets rid of a couple cards off my thing. So I punch you for 1, and now I take 2 and go flying.
Toss on the stack.
Yep.
Let's rampage toss ya.
Okay, I take 2. If you have another one, the game's yours.
4. I don't have another one,
Oh,
but I got a forked lightning.
so I'm in perpetual being tossed and then shot. I think
I'm
that's
just
game.
holding you. I'm holding one leg with one arm, another leg with another arm,
Yeah.
and then I'm just electrocuting you while holding the 2 legs.
That's the wrong style of game here. This is a family friendly game. Thank you very much. Okay, I should have put the wall right here. Okay, so good game.
So, in the chat, Night Angel asked, so have there been discussions about the fact that the Raha deck has a lot of current rares? My perspective on this, and I feel like this is a good question because all 3 of us may have different perspectives coming to this. When I think about the fact that the Raha deck has, Kabusses, which are rare, Mythical Spears that are rare, and some of those other cards that are now uncommon. You can see those in the deck list. I also feel that those cards shouldn't have been rare to begin with. But from a collector's perspective, does that change the value of those cards from previous sets? I don't know. But I think this does make the game state healthier. Mythical Spear and Kabus probably shouldn't have been rares to begin with. And the fact that now they're finally uncommons, it will make the future of Genesis feel a lot healthier. And
Also,
that's
Sandstorm
the-
was a rare, and it's no longer a rare, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
So, what do you feel about it, Alex? The fact that the Raha deck has so many cards that used to be rare.
Well, so my perspective, is we wanted to make decks that are good for people to play. We didn't want to, we're not going to call it any games that make starter decks that literally, they're just commons and commons. Like if Genesis were built like other starter decks, like other companies, it would just be a deck filled with vanillas.
Mm-hmm. I mean, look at the beta
so-
starter kits.
Yeah. Well, even with that, you had some unique uncommons. But also, I obviously I had I had my hand in it, so I wanted to make decks that are close to tournament playable, but with a few changes. Or if you bought a couple of them and you merge them together, then you have a tournament deck. So if you look at the Idris deck here, which is not the one we're talking about, the one with the least amount of rares, a lot of this core is the top Blitz deck.
Mm-hmm.
It has all the base pieces that you need to do it. Same over here. There's a lot of pieces for the hybrid deck, the Angel hybrid deck. You got the Bolt Shot, you got the Angel. You get Sandstorms in place of Tsunamis. You pretty much have all these small pieces. You got Cabusses, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
All you need to do is add a few more angels, and this deck would be even stronger.
Yeah. Exactly.
But then you might not want to add that many, mainly because Raha isn't a big summoner at 95 aura.
Yeah.
But 2 or 3 gives you a higher chance of getting that angel out.
And you can always swap out for Nubia, right? Once you start expanding, you start growing with the deck, you can swap out to Nubia. You can swap to Kun. These give you essential pieces, not just for these 2 decks, but even when you start mix and matching it. Well, like if you're looking at Sahas, this gives you a lot of value cards for a Rain OTK. You do get the Shadow Claws. You got the Cabusses. And then with the even if you're looking at Ajna and you're looking at like a long deck, the Blitz Baboons, those are very solid for him.
Yeah.
So and
which is why I kept taking it out.
Yeah, Wind Slashes, Bolt Shot, and there is not a Bellum deck that does not want a Bolt Shot.
Yeah, all Bellum decks want Bolt Shots.
I think at the end of the day, like Alex is saying, the key here is to focus on making a great game. And these are starter decks that really give you a chance to come in, play the game not at its peak, but at a point where the game is good. You're not struggling with like these terrible decks or have a disillusion of what the real game looks like. That's one of the things I think the beta starter kit really fails on, is that people play that and I'm like, oh, so that's how Genesis is like. And then they go make the real deck and they're like, no, that beta deck, it had nothing compared to what Genesis really looks like.
So Darren, another question is like, with first edition rare cards, I think this question, will rare cards be less valuable now? That's about perception from you guys, really, at the end of the day.
From collectors.
Yeah.
See, like, what's the main difference between, say, an alpha Chrono Walker and a beta Chrono Walker is just the cost of the card. They both play the same, and it's a great card. Mm-hmm. The alpha one is probably going to be great for collectors. The beta one is the one that people are going to chase after because they're going to want more of those for their decks.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, when I look at it like this, is if you're worried about the older ones going down in value, I don't see that. We already literally are saying that we're sold out of these older products.
That's true.
So now these older cards are collectibles. Yeah. And these newer ones will come in and there'll be more of them. And assuming those ones will go down in value, that makes it cheaper and easier for people to get into Genesis. Mm-hmm. And that is our goal. If we haven't stated it, we want players playing Genesis. We don't want our game blocked by a cash barrier.
Yeah. And if we specifically talk about something like Kabus dropping from a rare down to an uncommon, there is one quote-unquote downside of Kabus dropping, is that there's no more epic version of Kabus. If you want to get an epic version of Kabus, you have to go to Welcome to Jalara. And with the fact that there's only one per 8 packs, I think you have to open like 10 boxes or something like that before you can even get a epic Kabus. So those epic Kabusses, those are originally really, really hard to get. And now there won't be an epic version of that Kabus in second edition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you have Sunrise Fox in the Idris deck. I'm now happy.
Yep. Do you want to? Well, what time is it? We got 10 minutes. We'll take. So I finally want to show the trailer video for second edition.
Okay.
Should we do it?
Go for it.
Let me go. Let me get on the channel so I can watch it too.
Okay. Let me know when you're ready.
There you are. Oh, I just heard my own voice and that was horrible. Okay, I'm ready.
All right, I'm gonna... All right. So it's a small thing, but still, I loved it. It looks super pretty.
I like the foils.
Yeah, I love our team, like being able to put that together and like it being such a thing of passion. And like the art team, a lot of the artists are big fans of the game, so they love putting these things together and making it look as pretty as possible. All right, we got a few minutes left. Any last thoughts when it comes to the versus deck? Yeah.
As someone who wasn't planning on picking up a versus deck when second edition came out, I now want to pick up a versus deck.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, mainly because, I have a couple of friends that I may want to try to teach the game to, and it's much easier to have two pre-made decks, especially ones that this felt balanced to me. I never felt like I was just completely outmatched.
Yeah. I think the fact that these, like you said, they're going to be great decks for people who want to learn. Just like have a copy of them at your store, or if you have it yourself, just buy it, sleeve it, and just carry it around with you when you're teaching people how to play. Because, yeah, they have cool cards.
So as a player, a question would be, are you planning on maybe a second versus set later on down the road with different champions?
Alex?
I don't see what. Yes.
I didn't mean to ask such a hard question. I'm sorry.
I say that because that's literally the assignment he's working on right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think the versus deck. So part of the idea is, you remember originally when Magic released the Goblins versus Elves, Jace versus Chandra, like those original dual decks? I loved how they felt just like it's a product itself. You can grab it, sleeve it up, and just play with those, and that's a great way to experience the game. I think getting people into a collectible card game, more often than not, it's usually two people that are, if they're starting to collect them from scratch, it's two people coming in. And having a product like this where you're walking away with some valuable stuff that even veteran players will look at this product and be like, you know what, I could always use more bolt shots. It has value to everyone. It'll really allow for new players to come in with a very low barrier to entry.
For sure.
Yeah. Now, as a veteran player, I'd love to hear from the people in the chat, but anyone who's gone over the card list on the website, do you feel like this product's at a point where even someone who's bought a fair amount, not like an absurd amount, but a fair amount of Genesis product, would you still pick this up? Like for your own deck building purposes? Does it have stuff that's of value?
Me personally, yes.
Yeah.
It does have stuff of value for me.
Yeah, and that's definitely something we want to design to keep that in mind as we design this. The other thing that we haven't even talked about is that the deck does come with two D30s that will come in there, which would be cool. And then There's posters that are coming in it. So the game mat and the rule sheet are coming as two separate posters. And on the front side will be the game mat and the rules. But when you flip them over, it'll be these full art versions of Raha and Idris. So you could take those two posters and put them up, and they look so cool.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Are they the art or the card art, like the art with the card?
No, it's
The
just the art.
posters.
It's just the art.
That works too. That is cool.
Well, actually, that's a good question. Since you asked that, what would you prefer? Would you be interested in a poster that was the actual card?
Like a giant version of the card.
That could be a good promo. I think with this set, it would probably be better to have the just the flat art,
Yeah.
and then like maybe oversized cards as promos later on, either poster size or even something that other card games have done, like more of an 8x11 size card.
Karen had a good question. Is the game mat the 2-piece one like the starter kit?
Oh my goodness, the amount of times Alex fought me on this. It's like, no, it cannot be two pieces anymore. It has to be just one giant. Yes, we worked with the printers to make sure that it is just one piece of paper. We did have to shrink it down a little bit, so it's not going to be ideal if you're playing with sleeved cards. You still want to, if you have the opportunity, the luxury to expand to the neoprene mat, that's still more ideal. But this is going to be great for when you're just starting to play. And if you do get the paper version, something that works really well is just mount it onto Bristol board or onto cardboard to give it some more durability, so it lasts a little bit longer. Because the paper one, I think it's small enough that you don't need to fold it every single time. But yes. Oh. It's actually comical how often we fight each other in behind the scenes.
I think it's a good thing because that means what comes out is the thing that you both agreed to,
Yeah.
usually.
Or one person compromise.
Yeah.
Right, Alex?
Yeah.
It's
Temporal
remember
relocation.
it's for the good. It's for the good of the players.
Yeah. I'm like, I remember, I'll let people know, but so with when we're doing second edition, there are definitely cards like temporal relocation where I'm like, I want this in the set, and Alex is like, no, like it has to be in the set. He's like, okay, I'll let it be in the set if it's an uncommon. I'm like, fine. All right, I'm gonna throw on the exit screen while we're just chatting here, because seeing the blank tabletop screen is kind of funny there. Night Angel's asking, is the whole set foiled? Yes. You do have a chance of getting every single card in foil. I don't see why not, right? Like, I was personally, when I was a collector in a lot of games, some of my favorite cards are common, and I just wanted foil versions of those commons. Now, epic rares, if people, I know on the cards it just says epic, it's epic rare. It was supposed to be an epic version of the rare cards, not a whole rarity level itself. It was supposed to give special treatment to those rares. So we're going to continue doing the epic rares, and we're going to continue doing them where if you get an epic rare, it's an extra rare in your pack compared to replacing your rare. And we're hoping that this does give the opportunity to collect the rares you need to build the decks you're looking for.
So I have a sort of I have a question. Can the epic rares be foil?
No, that we wanted to still separate the value add from having an epic rare compared to having the foil.
Okay. And second part of that question, are there aura cards and can they be foil? If there are.
We just talked about this.
So the aura cards did not make their way onto the foil sheet because we didn't have enough space for them, unfortunately.
Maybe next time.
But,
maybe Patreon promos.
So there are some other cool things that will come in second edition. I guess anyone who's hanging around can hear more spoils. But what we did bring the aura cards back into the set, but because we didn't want you to just open a pack with aura cards, with an aura card in it and feel like, oh, what's the point of having this? the ore cards are going to be front of the card is going to be an ore, and the back of the card is going to be a token, like a skeleton warrior token or a Baihu token.
I like that. That's
yeah.
a good idea.
That way, if you're a new player and you still need the ore cards, or if you just prefer playing with the ore cards, you got them. But if you need tokens, you got those on the other side.
I didn't know that before now, and that's awesome.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, like the foils, the collectability, it should be the thing that's fun, and it should be something to enjoy. But at the same time, it shouldn't be the thing that stops you from wanting to get into the game. That's my philosophy around it, at least.
Yeah. There's pieces for the collectors, there's pieces for the players, and there's pieces for someone who dabbles in both.
Yeah. All right. Darren, by tokens we mean like you know how if you play Erica, you need the Baihu token, or you need to beckon a Baihu. So we're going to create cards that are specifically on them. They'll say like these cannot go into your deck for deck construction. These are specifically token cards, but it's more about like when you're playing competitive and you need a copy of that card, or just that's kind of the big purpose of them, just to get you extra copies of them, so you don't have to, split them between your deck and your token pile. Okay, so Dominic asks, will there be more advertising to get the game more heard? Any events in the GTA once we're able to, brand new players? Yes. We are working with stores to start lining up open houses once the spaces are available for players to come and play. I think that's going to be a big thing. And then we have plans for what organized play will look like, what competitive will look like, how can we bring more players in. So we have a lot of ideas for that behind the scene. Alex, is there anything I'm missing when it comes to that?
No, I think you are correct.
Yeah.
I know that my store, as soon as we're open, I plan to go make sure we're doing extra events, extra special events. We're gonna be ramping up.
Yeah, I know. I was at Atlas in Waterloo, and it was the same thing. They said once we get play space open, we want to be one of the first stores to host an open house for Genesis. Sounds like nice. So they're going to be ramping that up, and we are working. Our sales team is working with the stores to try to get events going, not just in Canada but in the States as well. Shout to Alex. All right, Alex. Shout to the game on Monday. Yes, Alex is awesome. Yeah. All right, I think we'll wrap it up there. If we talk any longer, I'm going to spoil more and more stuff for a second.
I know.
More spoils. More spoils.
Next week we're spoiling a lot, right? We're saying all the downshifts.
About
shifts.
The shifts, right? The rarity shifts. Yeah. Or cards are going up, down, left, right, A, B, A, B. So, yes, tune in next Tuesday. Hopefully we won't be doing tabletop, so we shouldn't have any issues next week. And eventually I will get a better computer so we can do tabletop and stream. All right. Have a good night, everyone. Bye.
Have a good one. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
And thank you, Steve, for saving the day for us.
No problem.